Hi, my name is Deanna, and I am a mother of 3 girls. I'm a bereaved mother. I have one daughter in heaven and 2 daughters on earth. And the title of this video is, If I Can Do It, You Can Do It. So my purpose here in discussing certain personal things with you right now is to basically help you with the knowledge that I gained the hard way. We all have different journeys, even as bereaved parents. But I thought, if I could share some things with myself about 3.5, 4 years ago when we lost Amanda Rose, this is what they would be. You will make it. You don't think you will. You don't feel like you will. Every cell in your body is screaming, I'm dead. I cannot do this. I do not want to live. As mothers, we would give our lives a million times over in a flash, in a split second for our children. And when we can't, we lose them, it's worse than death. It's indescribable. So, here's some of the things that helped me. Early on, I had a lot of anger and frustration and sadness. Of course. But the anger at times was overpowering. My daughter was in a lot of pain in many different ways. We were in the perfect storm, and there were so many layers to her pain. But one of them was a person that took advantage of her good and beautiful and empathetic heart, and he messed with her. And I had a lot of anger and blame toward this person. I felt like I was going to explode at times. My heart was ripping in two, and I didn't know how to go on. So I went through the motions. I went through some motions of severe aggression toward this person, imaginary person. I would picture the person in front of me, and I had a weapon, and I used it over and over and over, and I actually moved. And the physical release is hard to describe. I actually felt a release of pain, anger, rage, frustration leave my body. Now, this might not be for everybody. You might want to take a baseball bat to a hill or a tree. Don't hurt the tree too much. You might want to throw rocks into the water. You might want to take your fists and pound the heck out of something. Do it. Do it. Do it. And when you need to cry, just cry. Don't let people tell you to get over it or feel better or don't cry or look at the bright side. That's such bull. You eventually will be able to, but let yourself cry. And when you're done crying, you can move forward again. And when you need to scream, scream, scream. And when you're done screaming, you'll breathe. It'll be just a little bit easier. And if you fall, you can lay there. Fall. But you'll get up. And when you get up, you'll feel maybe a little more rested. When you stumble, you'll recover. And if you need to sleep all day, sleep. Do what you need to do, accept those emotions, and when it's all said and done, really cling to gratitude. That your child is a blessing that you were never entitled to, and you had 19 years with her, or 25 years with him. Or maybe you just got a few minutes. Count it as a blessing. So, a lot of us mothers end up being an extreme fight or flight. So I call it actually the 4Fs: fight, flight, fear, and freeze. If you feel yourself in fight or flight and stuck there, we know that the ultimate form of fight is murder. The ultimate form of flight is suicide. We don't want either of those to happen. Freeze. Take the third F or the fourth F, whatever you want to call it. Freeze. You can freeze if you need to. And during this time, just take the best care of yourself you can. Physically, emotionally, mentally. If you can try to meditate, that would be good. I know for me, I couldn't meditate for a while. And when I did start, it would only last a couple minutes, but it's a start. And reach out. There are so many groups, like on Facebook, of bereaved parents and mothers. And those people know as much as anybody can. They know how you're feeling. And you're not alone. You're not alone. So do what you need to do. Love yourself. Know that in the scope of time, we are just, specks, little partial grains of sand in a sea of eternity. It's just our lives are so short here. And before we know it, we will be with our loved ones again. But for now, they want us to be happy. They want us to have fun. They want us to experience joy. And we owe it to them to experience that and to go on. So just know that in all the raging pain that you're feeling and regret and loss, for all of those intense feelings, you're going to feel again a joy that's more intense than it was before you lost your child. Most likely. I do. It's been almost 4 years, and I'm not going to tell you that it goes away. It will never go away. You know that. Bereaved mothers and parents, we know that. But you're going to find your way through it. You're going to find your own way. You're going to survive. And you're going to learn how to kind of ride the waves of grief and loss. And in between the waves, which will become further and fewer between, in between those waves, you are going to enjoy such peace and clarity and a sense of gratitude that you're here, that you have survived, and that you ever had your beautiful child. So I hope this helps somebody out there. I'm sure that as soon as I'm done with this video, I'll think of 10 more things I should have said. But I hope that this is a good start. Just know that you're not alone.